Hey everyone, I'm Carrick and welcome back to another video. So I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, as it's a subject that's really near and dear to my heart. As a musician, your number one tool you can ever possess is your ears. And in my experience, I feel like it's one of those things that people don't really talk about as much as they should. Um, Definitely growing up, going to music school, working jobs as a musician, either in a band or producing in a studio. It's like the elephant in the room that no one likes to acknowledge. And I don't know if this is the same in all of your experiences or not, if you guys can relate to this, but it's almost like musicians don't like acknowledging the fact that that we're vulnerable, very vulnerable, in fact, and that we're very dependent on these tiny little organs over here for our success and longevity in a career that is very demanding and stressful on these tiny little organs. So I figured, why don't I talk about it? And if there's someone watching this who hasn't really thought about this as much as they should, perhaps, this can be a sign for you to look into this and really start taking this seriously, because whether you want to admit it or not, if you lose your hearing, it's virtually game over. And this isn't something that's stuck in the past. Beethoven isn't the only musician who have dealt with this. There are tons of examples of modern musicians who really struggle with hearing. Some examples include Andrew Huang, who's a Canadian musician and producer, really cool YouTuber. I'll link him over here. He's got some videos talking about how he's really lost a lot of his hearing and how he's dealt with that. Producers like Zed, pop musicians, great blues musicians like Eric Clapton, have also had hearing problems and continue to have hearing problems. And going to university, as fun as it was, I honestly can't remember a time where the professors actively tried to teach us about the importance of protecting our ears. Hearing damage affects everyone and can affect anyone. It doesn't discriminate. So if you're finding yourself in school for music or just starting your career as a musician, if you haven't heard about this topic, it's time to get educated on it. And I'm only saying this because it's something that I've only recently discovered for myself, is the importance of your ears. Like I mentioned before, this isn't something I was taught in university, and it's something that I feel like should be talked about more. Anyway, here are 3 quick tips get you started thinking about protecting your ears, and I highly encourage you to do some research on your own and really start taking it seriously. So the number one thing you can do as a musician to protect your ears is to listen to less noise. This is one of those things that it's the hard reality of being human, is if you want to protect your ears, you have to expose them to less stress. I know this is probably not what you wanted to hear, but it's by far the best thing you can do. Read a book, go for a walk, engage in activities that don't have a lot of noise, and give your ears adequate space and time to breathe. You don't always have to be listening to the TV or to music. If you are listening to music or producing or practicing, turn the volume down. You don't always have to be blasting the music. And again, I'm only bringing this up because it's something that I didn't realize until quite recently. In fact, you don't have to be mixing and producing with the volume at 11. It's not necessary. You don't get the best results when you're doing that. So if there's one thing you get from this video, it's take time to let your ears relax and lower that volume. Go for a walk. So the second thing that you can really do, and this very much relates to the first thing, is wear ear protection. if you're working in an orchestra, or if you're in a jazz band, a jazz orchestra, or just a regular rock band or pop band, invest in some decent ear protection. Get some proper noise canceling earbuds or some headphones, just anything really to cut down how much noise is going into your ears. I made this mistake when I joined my first jazz band and showed up to the first rehearsal without any earbuds, and it took me about 2 seconds to realize my mistake. When you're sitting next to the trumpets all day and you got your drummer buddy beside you, you realize how quickly that noise can really damage your ears. And the third and final tip I have for you today is go to the doctor. Again, it's not the lightest tip, it's not a fun tip, but it's the reality of being human. If you notice you have deteriorating hearing, really bad tinnitus, you need to get checked out by a doctor. WebMD won't really cut it. Your ears are a lifelong investment, and you need to do what you can to protect it. Going to the doctor will, first of all, put your mind at ease, and second, it will keep you more informed than simply doing research at home. So if you're looking for a sign to really get your ears checked out, this is it. As someone who really doesn't like going to the doctor and is adverse to the whole medical world, I know how hard this can be. Not just booking the time off from your busy schedule, but also getting yourself out to the doctor's office, especially in the middle of a pandemic, to get something like this checked out. So believe me, I know it can be tricky. Anyway, I know this video was kind of a quick one, but I felt like it needed to be said, and it's something that I've been wanting to say and talk about. And I hope that this video inspires you to do some research of your own and really start taking your hearing health into a lot more consideration. If you love music as much as I do, you know that your ears really are one of the most important things you can have. On a lighter note, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Holy smokes. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I started out just making covers as a kid on the guitar, and then, going to music school and doing all the stuff that I've done. And constantly sharing it with everyone online has been a ton of fun. I mean, that's really the joy of being an artist, sharing your work with other people. So thank you all for being here and showing your support. It really does mean a lot. And I plan on continuing to put out videos, every week at least, and sharing my music with you all, continuing down the line, and I hope you all stick with me. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all at 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a like. Let me know if there's a musical challenge you want me to do down in the comments, or if there's something you want me to talk about down in the comments. And if you don't know already, I've been pretty busy recently, starting a band with my girlfriend Cheyenne Grace. You might remember from our songs Damn Sad and Demon in Your Sleep. And we've recently released our debut single in Cancun, and it'll be linked down below. So our band OTESHO in Cancun, please check it out. And we're planning on releasing a lot of new music very soon. So keep tuned for that. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have a good one.